sincerity before disconnecting. And though she had, of course, thought about a leash for Mr. Knightley's outdoor excursions, she just didn't like the idea. Life could hold you captive in so many ways, so she didn't like the notion of adding one more, even for her kitty. As she waited for Logan then, an inexplicable sense of melancholy came washing over her. Because your cat's up a tree? Because you were embarrassed to call the fire department? But no, it wasn't either of those things. It was life. The sense that it was passing her by. She was 34 years old after all, and other than a few trips to the city with her friends, she'd barely set foot outside Destiny. And now her friends were getting married, starting romantic new lives that would demote her to fifth wheel status. And as for romance of her own, well, it had been painfully hard to come by, and she had no reason to think that would change anytime soon. Ugh, stop this, it's not who you are. Amy was usually happy, upbeat, good at finding the sunny side of any situation. She'd always been that way. Thankful for the blessings life had brought her, content and comfortable with her small-town Destiny existence. Joy came naturally to her. So at a moment like this, when sadness crept in, it left her disoriented and at a loss for how to deal with it. Fortunately, though, her spirits were lifted when, a few minutes later, she looked up to see a red fire engine rumbling around the bend on Meadowview Highway where her mother's house was located. Logan's mom still lived in the small cottage next door, and though the home of Logan's best friend, Mike Romo, sat up the road just a football field's length away, the two small houses where Logan and Amy had grown up were located side by side, a stone's throw apart. "Meow," Mr. Knightley said from above. "Help's on the way," she called up into the leaves. For both of them, she thought, because seeing Logan would surely distract her from her weird mood and lift her spirits. Everything will be fine. She was sincerely happy for her girlfriends, after all. As the unofficial town matchmaker, Amy delighted in seeing other people find romance, even if she herself had not. A couple of the other local firemen lifted their hands in waves to her, but as Logan stepped off the truck in his firefighting gear, it was his smile that warmed her heart. He was a lot like her, a generally amiable guy who always looked on the bright side, so no wonder they had such a solid, long-standing friendship. A moment later, Amy pointed out the cattail high up in the tree, and as Logan moved back toward the fire engine, ready to extend the attached ladder, he said playfully over his shoulder, "Gonna owe me a piece of pie for this, Freckles." That was how they traditionally paid off favors to each other, with pie at Dolly's Main Street Cafe. "You got it," she told him. Then she watched as Logan worked his magic, maneuvering the long ladder into the tree toward the highest branches, soon disappearing up into the foliage himself, only his legs visible, until he emerged with Mr. Knightley tucked securely in his arms. Something about the sight sent a gentle pang of profound gratitude stretching through Amy's whole being. She knew she really had no reason to be feeling down, but getting her kitty safely back, delivered by the good, capable man she'd felt close to for her whole life, seemed, well, like the most wonderful gift life could give her at the moment. Sometimes it was the little things. As Logan transferred the cat from his grasp into hers, their hands brushed together, and she caught his musky male scent. "Thank you," she told him, meeting his blue eyes with her gaze, and hoping it relayed the depth of her appreciation. He tilted his head, offering up a half grin. "For you, Freckles, anything." Then he pointed chidingly down at Mr. Knightley. "And you, stay out of trees." Just then, the two-way radio attached to Logan's hip buzzed, and, shifting immediately into work mode, he